well known around the world owing to its historical background, diverse cultures and interesting traditions. Its ancient scriptures and texts have been the way of life of its people for thousands of years. Today, the country is taking huge strides in the field of science and technology, paving a way towards a progressive India. So friends, I'm your host Uzma Jafri, and today in our episode of My India, we will take a look at some of the stories that very well showcase the unique culture and prosperity of our country, stretching from Himalayas to Kanyakumari. India's northeast region is known for its diverse fairs and festivals. To promote, preserve as well as apprise people of the region's colourful unique culture, Northeast Institute of Fashion Technology recently came up with yet another exciting edition of celebrating Northeast in New Delhi that adorned the national capital with the hues and colours of the Northeast region. Have a look.
Fashion and eclectic folk dance of the northeastern states mark the beginning of the cultural extravaganza celebrating Northeast in the national capital. India's northeast region is in itself a celebration where people leave no stone unturned to boast of their rich tradition and gaudy cultural heritage. Every year, people in the national capital get to witness the flamboyant cultural heritage of the northeast region that is celebrated in a grand way. In yet another move towards bringing closure the vibrant culture of the Northeast region to the mainland, Northeast Institute of Fashion Technology organized a cultural event titled Celebrating Northeast held in the premises of DLF Place Saket in New Delhi. Aimed at promoting tourism in Northeast region to an audience of global appeal, the event was supported by the Sports and Tourism Ministry.
This is our 8th edition. Our basic aim is to bring the art, culture, music, textiles, fashion, performing arts of Northeast to one platform so that the people of the mainland can understand what Northeast is all about, our food, our cultural activities of different states.
The event started with a cultural piece of Mukha Bhavana or mask drama, which is usually practiced in Majuli Island of Assam, the world's largest riverine island. The tradition is 500 years old, prevalent in the Vaishnavite era, which is usually attributed to the medieval saint Shankar Deva in Assam. The scintillating Bihu folk dance performance by artists under Ranjit Gogoi pulled crowd from all across Delhi and other parts of the country. The exuberant folk dance performance by a group of artists from Arunachal Pradesh also wowed the visitors, as it was a delightful experience for them to have been able to witness the uniqueness of the region.
Yeah, I've done a few ramp shows with Northeastern. In fact, I've been showstopper for a Northeast designer who's a lady, and I've walked in those clothes, but I've forgotten the name. It was, I guess, 6 months ago. So I'm very much happy to know about the culture and the people.
Fashion designers from the Northeast have helped the region get on the global fashion map through their awe-inspiring designs. These designers have infused the tribal way of life with modern innovations of the fashion world and created the perfect blend of artistic excellence. The night was set alive through mystical music and enthusiastic audience as the models sizzled on the ramp, donning eye-catching attire. Organizing such event will not only boost the tourism potential of the region, but in the long run would also act as a platform for artists of the region to showcase their talent to the global audience.
India is the only multi-religious country where people of all faiths live together with complete harmony and peace. United in a common cord of brotherhood and amity, people of the country celebrate this religious diversity through a number of occasions to keep the spirit of oneness alive. In this array of events, Samathuwa Christmas was recently celebrated in Coimbator's St. Michael's Cathedral, where religious leaders of different communities gathered under one roof. Have a look.
Christmas, the most auspicious occasion of Christian, is just round the corner. Several pre-Christmas parties are being organized across the country to set the stage for this big day. But making this party a way to promote communal harmony seems to be a completely different and unique concept that was recently adopted by Coimbator's Roman Catholic and CSI Diocese as they jointly celebrated Samathuwa Christmas. Religious leaders of different faiths, Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Jainism and many others were invited to be a part of this grand celebration so as to spread the message of brotherhood.
மேடையிலே அமர்ந்திருக்கின்ற சமய தலைவர்களுக்கும் சான்றோர்களுக்கும் கீழே அமர்ந்திருக்கின்ற அனைவருக்கும் நம்முடைய கிறிஸ்துமஸ் நல்வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டும் உலகிலே பல்வேறு சமயங்கள் இருக்கின்றது. சமயம் என்பது மனிதனை மனிதனாக மனிதனை மாமனிதனாக நன்னெறிப்படுத்துவதற்காக தோற்றுவிக்கப்பட்டது நம்முடைய சமயங்கள். நம்முடைய தமிழிலே சொல்லுகின்ற பொழுது சமயம் என்பது மனிதனை பக்குவப்படுத்துவதற்குரியதாக இருப்பது சமயம் என்று சொல்லுவார்கள். இப்படி பல்வேறு சமயங்கள் தோன்றியிருப்பது மனிதனை அறவழியிலே ஆற்றுப்படுத்துவதற்குரியதாக இருப்பது இந்த சமயங்களாக இருக்கின்றது.
During the occasion, the Cathedral of St. Michael was beautifully glittering with lights, with performances of students adding to its charm. Several events, including dance and carol singing, were held as part of the event. While these performances were going on, the religious leaders sat with the audience and graced the whole event. They greatly appreciated this initiative of celebrating Equality Christmas.
இன்று கோவையிலே முதல் முயற்சியாக பல்வேறு அமைப்புகள் இணைந்து சமத்துவ கிறிஸ்துமஸ் விழாவை கொண்டாடுவது பெருமைக்குரியதாக இருக்கின்றது.
Serving as a land of diversity, India holds an ocean of shared culture and spiritual values. And events like these pave a great way in exchanging of these values from different beliefs, further creating a peaceful and harmonious society.
Now a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
Popular Hindu cave shrine of Vaishno Devi in Kashmir is witnessing heavy rush of visitors for the past few weeks. This year, more than 8.2 million devotees had already visited the shrine to offer their prayers at the temple gates of Hindu goddess Durga.
2014, 15, 16, 17 इन चारों सालों से आज 18 की जो यात्रा है ये क्रॉस कर गई है इन चारों सालों को. लास्ट ईयर जो था उसने पिछले 3 सालों को बीट किया, इस साल ने पिछले साल को बीट किया. तो आज हम लगभग 82.6 जो लाख हमारी यात्रा हो चुकी है और 81.7 लाख जो है वो लास्ट ईयर की यात्रा थी. और अभी हम और 15 दिन यात्रा में पेंडिंग हैं और ये फिगर लगभग 84 या 85 लाख टच करेगी.
The huge number of visitors has also brought immense happiness to the local traders whose business depends greatly upon this pilgrimage. Moreover, for the pilgrims, the security is tightened in the whole town with paramilitary personnel deployed in and around the shrine. The shrine of Vaishno Devi, one of the country's oldest, is located at a height of 5,300 feet above the sea level in Katra town of the state. Every year, Ecstatic devotees singing songs, chanting and dancing walk towards the shrine to seek the blessings of Goddess Durga. Preparations for Hinduism's largest religious gathering, the Kumbh Fair, commenced in northern Prayagraj city with representatives of nearly 70 countries that include USA, Canada, Greece and Korea unfurling their flags. India's foreign ministry has invited delegates of several nations in New Delhi to visit Prayagraj to show them the preparations underway.
UN की तरफ से कुंभ को एक वो दर्जा दिया गया है जहां सबसे ज़्यादा लोग बाग आते हैं, बड़ा अच्छा बंदोबस्त होता है, तो इसको देखते हुए हम चाहते हैं और खासकर हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी चाहते हैं कि पूरे विश्व में इसकी ख्याति फैले। फ्लैग लगेंगे, उसके अलावा आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि हर देश से एक वहाँ का नागरिक कुंभ के अंदर आएगा।
The delegates visited several temples in the religious town and reached Arail on cruise and worshipped before unfurling the flag of their nations. The Uttar Pradesh government has promised to provide all basic facilities to the pilgrims visiting the city. Special trains will run to the city for Hindu devotees to attend the fair. The festival, which is more than 2000 years old, is a meeting for Hindu sadhu ascetics, some of whom live in forests or Himalayan caves and who belong to dozens of interrelated congregations. Indian Space Agency ISRO successfully launched an advanced communication satellite into space from Satish Dhawan Space Center in the country's spaceport Sriharikota. The communication satellite for military was launched at 4:10 p.m. GSAT-7A, the 35th Indian communication satellite built by ISRO, is capable of generating 3.3 kilowatts of power. It will equip the Indian Air Force to interlink ground radar stations, air bases and airborne warning and control system or AWACS aircraft, thereby enhancing the Indian Air Force's global operations by boosting its network-centric warfare competence.
Today, GSLV successfully and safely injected the advanced communication satellite GSAT-7A in a super synchronous transfer orbit.
Apart from linking the air bases, the satellite will also boost the operation of unmanned air vehicle communication like drones. It is especially important at a time when India is looking to acquire American Sea Garden drones that are capable of firing from long distances. Currently, there are 320 military satellites orbiting the planet, half of which belongs to the USA.
Today in our section of Asia Buzz, we will see how Japan is making efforts to add fun and excitement in people's life besides providing them with a clean environment to live. At one side, when Yokohama City hosted the first ever Red Bull Crashed Ice event to attract the adventure junkies, on the other side, Kyocera is busy creating high-quality solar farms to give boost to renewable energy sources. A report.
Athletes on ice had furious battles in the event of Crashed on Ice. Yokohama City, with its population of about 3.5 million people, is famous for its sightseeing spots and being Japan's second biggest city. Recently, Yokohama was chosen as the match venue for Red Bull Crashed Ice 2018, and it is honorably held for the first time ever in Asia.
We wanted to, for the first ever race of ice cross downhill in Japan and in Asia, we wanted to do it big, And after looking different locations, we thought that Yokohama would be a great opportunity for the sport and as well for the location to mix our efforts together and get this magnificent track with this nice backdrop by the bay. It leads us to a really nice track. Obviously, we're looking for a good location to get a good track to build. And as well, we always want to look for a good skyline, a good backdrop of the behind the track. So it fits perfect to be here in Yokohama.
Red Bull Crashed Ice is a world-class winter sport event that gives people thrill and excitement. Rules are simple. The first rider who reaches the goal wins the game. The course is up to about 600 meters. 4 riders compete and crash each other, and sometimes the maximum speed reaches about 80 kilometers per hour. On the track, all kinds of actions such as pushing, sliding and sprinting are watched by crowds of spectators. Many people showed up to watch first station event, and the atmosphere of the venue was gradually heating up. There was also some cultural exchange, such as performance of Japan's traditional sumo wrestling. Yokohama became host to a lively night with lots of fun.
今回のこの大会はですね、全く新しい競技、それも、横浜にはまだ馴染みのないウィンタースポーツのビッグイベントというようなことなので、横浜にとってはですね、かなりスポーツの幅も広がりますし、年間を通してスポーツが楽しめる都市になっていくのかなと思ってですね、大変喜ばしいいい効果が出るんだろうなと思ってます。今までレッドブルのですね、この大会結構都市型でやる場合もですね、都市の一番魅力ある場所にですね、コースを設定してやるということになってますので、そういう意味ではアジアの都市の中でも横浜のこの景観みたいなものがですね、すごく良かったというふうに評価されたのかなと思って嬉しく思ってます。
Yokohama, Japan's gateway to the world, continues to attract and entertain many people with its beautiful scenery. Next, we will see how Kyocera is contributing to clean environment with its solar farms. These panels, which are lined up on the roof of factory, are solar panels called solar farm. This technology is attracting attention as renewable energy in the midst of climate change issue. In Aman Nakhon Industrial Estate in Thailand, many factories of Japanese companies are using solar farm. These solar farms are installed by Japanese company Kyocera and Thai company SPCG Public Company. SPCG is equipped with solar panels manufactured by Kyocera and manages the power supply by solar farms. SPCG CEO Wandi Khunchonia Kong Juljeran is well-known expert in renewable energy in Thailand.
SPCG is the first company that starting solar energy business in Thailand since 2010. So with the great support from Kyocera Corporation, we have also implementing solar roof business for Japanese industry in Thailand with the great support from Thai government with the BOI that help deduct 50% of the investment from the corporate tax. So right now we are heading for solar roof business for Japanese industry in Thailand, over 7,000 companies, and the BOI privilege is up to 2020. So we would like to expand as many as possible for benefit the companies as the clean energy and less and climate change.
The matching between Japanese company and Thai local companies creating high-quality solar farm.
A very important point is high-quality solar panel and long-term reliability and after-sales service. We can provide by one-stop service with our strong local partner SPCG.
Honda Lock Thai is a company that manufactures automotive parts. On the roof of its factory, solar farm is installed.
นโยบายของสิ่งแวดล้อม Honda Lock Thai นะครับก็จะเป็นหนึ่งในนั้นก็จะเป็นในส่วนของการใช้พลังงานนะครับเพื่อที่จะให้สนับสนุนในการผลิตให้มีประสิทธิภาพสูงขึ้นก็ได้ตอบสนองของทางด้านลูกค้าไว้ด้วยนะครับซึ่งจะต้องลด CO2 มากกว่า 1% นะครับก็ในส่วนนี้ที่ได้ติดตั้งไปแล้วก็ได้เห็นผลนะครับว่าในการ ผลิตไฟฟ้าแล้วก็บวกกับไฟฟ้าที่ใช้ณปัจจุบันของเราเองก็จะเป็นส่วนหนึ่งที่จะทำให้ลดพลังงานให้ใช้ในปัจจุบันลงนะครับ
Climate change is the important global issue, and Japanese companies' effort to spread renewable energy in Southeast Asia is achieving success through deep partnerships with local companies.
India is home to several religious sites that beautifully reflect the country's long-standing tradition of different faiths living together in harmony. The temple of Sri Baba Lal Das, located near the Saharanpur city of Uttar Pradesh, is one among these sites that has the dargah of Haji Shah Kamal in its close proximity. Today, even after 300 years, these sites continue to inspire the city with their history. Have a look.
Located a few kilometers away from Saharanpur city is the temple of Baba Lal Das and Dargah of Haji Shah Kamal that have been acting as a testimony to Hindu-Muslim unity since ages. Built close to each other, both the shrines boast of the strong bond of friendship that existed between a Hindu saint and Muslim ascetic. Their friendship was so deep that even today it continues to inspire the people of the city and is frequently quoted as a shining example of religious harmony and brotherhood.
यहाँ पे सभी लोग आते हैं, हिंदू भी आते हैं, मुस्लिम भी आते हैं, और एक बाबा लाल दास जी है, और इनकी दोस्ती, पीर बाबा की दोस्ती काफ़ी पुरानी है, काफ़ी समय से पुरानी है, मतलब एक मिसाल रही है। तो अब हम लोग चाहते हैं कि हम भी उनकी दोस्ती को देखते हुए हम भी अपने आपस में एक ऐसा प्यार रखें ताकि एक मिसाल बने।
The tale of Baba Lal Das and Haji Shah Kamal goes back to some 3 centuries ago. It is believed during that time the stories about the divine powers of Baba Lal Das, who used to stay in Saharanpur, gained widespread popularity. Hearing his tales of mysticism, Haji Shah Kamal, a Muslim ascetic, was sent to him by the Mughal ruler Shah Jahan to find out the reality. But he was so taken away by the pious nature of Baba Lal Das that he himself became his disciple and started living beside his ashram, or the place of shelter. And thus today there stands a temple and dargah at the same place where they once used to stay and are visited by both Hindus and Muslims alike.
पहले तो दोस्ती नहीं थी इनकी। अच्छा। दोस्ती तो बाद में हुई। पहले तो लालदास जी यहाँ के थे जी, उसके बाद में ये आए यहाँ। ठीक है। तो उनमें इनमें टक्कर चली। अच्छा जी। वो अपने करिश्मे दिखाते थे, अपने दिखाते थे। ठीक। फिर उसके बाद में जब दोनों ही बराबर के रहे, ना वो कम पड़े ना ये कम पड़े, तो इनमें दोस्ती हो गई।
Beside the temple, there flows a stream of Ganga, presently known as Paudhoi Ganga, which is believed to have been brought by Baba Lal Das to Saharanpur through his prayers. The pious stream flows to the heart of Saharanpur and meets Thamola River as a tributary while it leaves the city. The emergence of the stream near the shelter of Baba Lal Das is too a symbol of this beautiful bond of friendship between 2 saints that even made goddess Ganga to flow from here.
बाबा लाल दास गंगा जी पर स्नान करने जाते थे हरिद्वार। योग बल भी था उनके पास, और वैसे भी संत लोग चलते हैं। वो स्नान करने जाते थे तो हमारे कमाल शाह थे, वो परेशान हो जाते थे कि भाई आप चले जाते, मेरा मन नहीं लगता, और अब आप वृद्ध भी हो रहे हैं, तो क्यों नहीं आप गंगा जी को यहीं बुला लो, ताकि हम भी स्नान कर लिया करेंगे, हम भी दर्शन कर लेंगे, और आपका आना जाना भी कम हो जाएगा। तो बाबा को बात लगी, तो बाबा लाल दास गंगा जी पर गए और माँ गंगा से प्रार्थना करी, माँ गंगा अब मैं वृद्ध हो गया, आना जाना हो नहीं सकेगा, कृपा करके आप मेरे आश्रम के आगे से आ जाएं, ताकि हम भी आपका वहाँ दर्शन करते रहें, मेरा शरीर भी वहीं पूरा हो। ऐसी उन्होंने भावना की, और वो अपना कहते हैं कि अपना कमंडल और दंड वहाँ छोड़ के चले आए माँ के पास, और अगले दिन माँ गंगा के रूप में यहाँ प्रकट हुई।
Today, both these holy sites act as a center of religious integration, binding 2 communities together and strengthening the bond of friendship and harmony that once developed between 2 saints of different faiths.
In recent times, global warming has become an evidential challenge faced by the ecologists and scientists world over. India too is facing its effects in the northern Himalayan regions. Many villages in Leh district of Jammu and Kashmir have been facing water shortage due to unprecedented melting of glaciers. To tackle this problem, a village in the western region of the district followed an idea of creating artificial glaciers. Let's take a look at this unique method that has become a monumental step towards preserving glaciers.
For the residents of Ursi village situated in the western region of Leh district, water scarcity had become an intractable problem. Like in the entire Himalayan region, this village too is dependent on glaciers for their drinking water and agriculture. In the last few years, people have observed a shift in the climatic condition in the region. They often quip global warming as one of the factors.
ये पूरा गांव स्प्रिंग वाटर पे फुली डिपेंड है, इरिगेशन के हिसाब से, ड्रिंकिंग वाटर के हिसाब से जो भी कहें, तो यहाँ हमारा 3-4 छोटे-छोटे चश्मे हैं, तो उन पे पूरा निर्भर है। मगर अनफॉर्चुनेटली पिछले कुछ सालों से ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की वजह से, क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से ये जितने भी हमारा चश्मा बड़ा हुआ करता था उसमें कमी पिछले कुछ सालों से काफ़ी कम हुआ है, जिसके चलते हमने पूरा गांव वाले के साथ बैठक करके, मीटिंग करके, यहाँ के यूथ्स ने, हमारा एक सोसाइटी है मंगयूल थुंडल सोसपा उर्सी के नाम से रजिस्टर्ड सोसाइटी है, तो हम सब मिलके एक इनिशिएटिव लिया है। पिछले साल हमने एक छोटा सा ट्रायल बेसिस पर एक आर्टिफिशियल ग्लेशियर करने की कोशिश की थी, एक एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस पे, और वो काफ़ी कामयाब हुआ, जिसके चलते इस साल हमने पाइप खरीद के थोड़ा सा 2-4 जगहों पे पाइप से पानी छोड़ के, तो हमने थोड़ा लार्जर स्केल पे करने की इस साल कोशिश की है।
Seen as a solution to water shortage problem, the method of creating artificial glaciers was propounded by Chuvang Morphil and Sonam Wangchu, the two engineers who rose to fame after they created artificial glaciers in mountains and ice stupas in the arid landscapes of Ladakh. The simple method to create artificial glaciers soon became popular across the residents of Ladakh. Using pipes and making use of gravity, the residents diverted a part of melted water from the glacier and made arrangements to sprinkle it on the shaded sides of the mountain. The water would then freeze at night, creating glaciers that grew larger each day.
ये पाइप हमने जो खोद के अंदर ग्राउंड किया है और इंसुलेशन करके पाइप वहाँ तक हमने पानी वहाँ जो जहाँ से जो आर्टिफिशियल ग्लेशियर बन रहा है उधर तक हमने पहुँचा दिया है। और इसलिए सब हमारा जो जवान बहुत यूनाइटेड है, सब वॉलंटियरली इधर आके काम करता है। एक हफ्ता काम किया था और इसलिए हम जो यूथ को हमने धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
हमें पूरी उम्मीद है कि ये पूरा वैली जो है आइस से जनवरी एंडिंग तक भरने की हमें उम्मीद है, जिसके चलते अगले साल हमारे लोगों को पानी की किल्लत ना हो।
This ingenious method to conserve water in form of artificial glaciers has become a way of life among the people residing in villages. In the early months of spring, these artificial glaciers would melt and serve as a resource to irrigate tree plantations in Ladakh.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at suggest.myindia@gmail.com. I'm your host Uzma Jafri, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.